Friends bookstore, and we're here to show you around, show you where you can get wonderful books and magazines and gifts for local. Now, everybody who works at the Friends is a volunteer. There are no paid staff. And beside the wonderful books, they have a lot of crafts you can get, cards you can get for 25 cents. And those of you who still have VHS, a lot of VHS books. Now these books are all alphabetical by the author's first initial. So you go all the way around. These are all paperbacks. Fiction by alphabetical. They're all alphabetical. You go all the way around. You got such a great choice here. Table book. Have people over you don't know very well. It's a good conversation piece. Over here we have some DVDs, $1 each. Now over here we have specialty books. We have cookbooks. We have gardening books. They're all labeled. Health books. Foreign language books. More health books. You can tell there are a lot of health books. We're in Leisure World. How-to books. How to get a divorce. You married 60 years, you want a divorce? Here's your book for you. A humor book. We need more humor. Here's a lot of joke books. Large print books. These are all literature books. Literature and poetry. And here's your large print. Here's a lot of nature books. Book on parrots. Everything you want to know about parrots. And music. All right, this is the office, and across the way at the library, when they don't use their books very much or they're not being checked out, they will bring it here so that people can sell them. And when they're through with their books, they either go to recycle or they send them to prisons. Oh, scholarships. What they do, the money they earn here, so this is really important to come here and use this. I mean, it's so inexpensive, but they donate $12,000 every year to 3 different schools. And they give it to the schools, and the schools decide on, which children that they're going to give it to. So it's really, really a good cause. As you can see, this is the talents of residents of Leisure World. This beautiful mural was painted by the art club. It represents different groups around the world. Now, if you're an avid reader, you come here with your grocery bags, and you can get a whole bag of books for $1. We're here at our great library. I'm Bev Bender, and Taylor Green is going to show us around and the highlights of this library.
All right.
And he is a paid staff. How many did you say work here?
We have 11 employees, I think, or 10. Most of them are all part-time, but Vanessa and I are here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Okay. You have all these computers now. Do people have to know how to use a computer?
Yes, we do require that they have some basic understanding and knowledge. If they don't quite understand how to use them or they have no experience, we don't really do tutorials or teaching.
And it's a 30-minute limit for a computer?
So these ones right here are 30 minutes. All the others around here are 2 hours. So, and that's per day, so people can come in and they can start on the 30-minute computer, which also has a scanner attached to it, which the others do not.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of our express computer. If you just need to pop in and out,
Can they make a copy from the computer?
Yeah, they can definitely send to our printer, which is over here, and we have a self-service kind of process with directions. So they send it over here, they type their card number in, insert their change, and then out comes the pages.
We have this big selection of mystery books, huh?
Yes. So starting here, it wraps all the way around into our reading room, which we'll go to in a moment. And mystery is probably one of our more popular genres here in Leisure World. These are all of our classics right here, and so this is where you'll find your Hemingways and things like that. And then right here are all of our brand new books, or they're new to the library, we should say. They could be 20-year-old books, but if we've never had them until now, we would place them here. and they stay here for a few months, and they have a shorter checkout period.
Well, how long is that checkout period?
It's 1 week for the new books and typically 3 weeks for the standard checkout books. Mystery wraps around over here and finishes here in the reading room. And in the reading room we have, I think I counted, it's about 40 magazines. Most of them are monthly. And we get about 7 or 8 newspapers each day. Ranging from LA Times, Long Beach Press-Telegram, even to the New York Times.
All right, but you don't get, I heard, the orange. How come? Orange County Register?
They can't seem to deliver it to us, so we had to cancel after having a subscription for like 30 years. Also in the reading room begins our large print collection, and that goes all the way down to the end of the library. It's a pretty massive collection. Given that, here in Leisure World, some people maybe are less sighted than others. So we want to have a good selection of books for them. It's a lot of use. We have like a gathering of regulars that come and read the newspapers and talk about the news and, have a fun little time back here.
Oh, and here they can talk.
Yeah, obviously, some people when they're working on the computers, they'd like it to be more quiet. But it's definitely more lively. We're not going to shush you unless you're being obnoxious.
And everything is labeled, so that makes it really clear, nonfiction reference to the books.
So the stacks going this way are all of our fiction books. And these are pretty much everything that's not mystery or not a classic. And this is where you'll find like your James Pattersons, your Nora Roberts, and other popular authors. And then on this side, we have a small reference section, and then it goes down through our nonfiction, and that's just where you'll find anything from like health, technology, spirituality, and things like that. And also lots of travel books. So if you're going to a far-off country, we probably have a travel book. So we also have a small children's section. So if you've got grandkids or great-grandkids, bring them on over. We also carry a bunch of movies and films that are age appropriate for them as well, and that's down here.
And they can stay here and play while
they can
grandparents
read,
are looking at books.
Just to mention it, we have a collection of puzzles here in the back, and those are kind of on an honor system checkout. We don't really scan your card or anything for them. You can just take a couple and bring them back whenever you're finished. Here at the library, once you have your items, you come up here to the checkout desk, and one of our clerks, or if they're unavailable, I will help you check out. And you can also do renewals here. A security system here at the library. And in every item there's a magnetic strip of some kind. And it's less about stealing and more about just reminding people to check out when they leave the library. 'Cause sometimes somebody grabs a book and they sit down, and then for all they know they checked out. So then they walk out the door and it starts beeping on them. And that's just like, hey, come back, let's check you out. So that's what the security measures are for.
And I know, being here, you always have really cute, unusual bookmarks.
Yes. When we went to a library conference earlier this year, we brought back a whole bunch of different varieties. I should probably restock it soon. But yeah, people love our bookmarks. I'll just take one of each every time they come. So what's special about the Leisure World Library is that we have these request forms. And if there's a certain book that you're interested in, but let's say you can't find it at Orange County, we don't carry it, you can fill out the form here, and we will actually purchase the book for the library and for you to check out. This also goes for films and other things.
I've done it. I know it works.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's unique. You won't find it at like an Orange County Public Library or public system. All right, so in addition to printing capabilities, we also have a full service copy machine. It does double-sided, one-sided, legal size. It's self-service, but if you need help, you can of course ask us and we'll show you how to get started.
You can, and you have faxes available.
We do have faxes available. You would come to the end of our checkout desk over here. We have a side set aside just for doing faxes, and it's $1 per page, and we'll just take the information that we need to send it, we'll process it, and if it's successful, that's when we'll charge you. But if for some reason we can't get it through, there's no charge at all.
And you can also receive a fax, right?
You can receive, and that's slightly cheaper. That's 50 cents per page. And If you come by the library, on the pamphlet, there's our fax number there. So if your doctor's ever like, do you have a fax machine? Just give them our number and then you can come here to pick it up. So another feature of these request slips is that we can also use them for doing item holds. So if there's a book that we have, but let's say it's checked out, or if there's a long line of people, you just fill one of these out and we'll put you on the list and we give you a call when it's available and you have some time to pick it up.
Can you explain Blu-ray? How are they different than the regular movies?
So here we have our media room, and this is the news section, and you're going to see these blue discs, or these blue cases over here. And they basically have the same function as a DVD, but they require a special player. And if you have a nice like high definition TV, the picture quality is better on Blu-ray than it is on DVD. To some people maybe that doesn't matter, but to others it's important. And what's great is that so many of the new releases, they come in these combo packs for like $1 or $2 more, and so it lets us have a second copy of a brand new movie, and they tend to both get circulated heavily.
These aren't brand new movies, it's just new to the library too, like the books?
Yes, it's the same exact thing. Like you will see some like classic films in here, or like re-releases of older films, or just something we didn't have but it was donated and we. So with this first section right here, these, like I said, these are all of our new materials, and in this first section we have series, and then we have new DVDs, and then lastly new Blu-rays at the end. So they are sort of separated into their category, but they are still alphabetically, and you'll see it restart as we approach each different section.
The new audio and the audio's on this side.
Yeah, so right here and here is where all of our audio is. Our most recent audio purchases and donations will be placed right here on this side and this side as well. And then stuff that's maybe a couple of years older will be over here. But they check out for the same time. They are a little different. We just have them separated as new for people who maybe are regular audio checkout. So we have two primary types of audiobooks. One is just going to be your standard compact disc, which you can play in a CD player or a boombox sound system, whatever you might have. And then we have these orange boxes, which contain a playaway, which is essentially a fancy MP3 player with just a single book on it. And all you do is plug in your headphones there and pause and play. And then you don't have to constantly swap out a disc, and you can listen to it while you're walking with ease.
They're bestsellers, those walk books, right?
Yeah, typically the playaways, we only get like the really popular titles because they are fairly expensive. But they do get a lot of use, but we can't afford to get every book in this format. And if for some reason you don't have your own pair of headphones, we sell pairs here for $1. They're not fancy obviously, but they get the job done. Past our playaways, we come over here to our selection of music CDs, and we have all kinds of different genres of music, from big band, country, folk music, rock, opera, popular, and pretty much anything you can think of. And we're always trying to expand this collection, so if you have any recommendations or things you'd like to see, please do let us know, because it's an area that definitely needs some recommendations from everybody at Leisure World.
And what are these for?
These are Braille tapes, and they're provided by the Braille Institute. They're not actually Braille, you don't read them that way. But they require a special player, which the Braille Institute will provide to people. You just have to contact them, and they'll send you the player for free, and then you can come to the library and take some of these. They kind of constantly rotate. They send us new ones, and we send some back. So this is where we get into our main collection of movies. These aren't new necessarily, but after so many months, the ones from over here get placed over here. And it wraps all the way around to the back corner.
Okay, notes here, this is A to Z, and then over here starts an A again. Oh, is it because these are Blu-ray?
Yeah, so okay. Like the blue cases, we have a smaller selection of just Blu-ray, because it's only a format we've been purchasing in the past couple of years, as opposed to the DVDs, which have been over probably 10 years purchasing those.
Okay.
We have, I think, close to 7,000 titles to choose from with regards to our movies and TV series. So these are all of our television series. We have anything from like The Office or Downton Abbey. You might find some movie series over here as well if they're fairly prolific, like Star Wars, or if they have a whole bunch of movies. So all of our movies, they're $1 per day if you don't return them on time. New movies check out for 3 days, and older movies and series, they check out for 1 week.
And what are these right here? Because I see they're starting again with the A.
So this is an ancient technology known as the VHS tape.
Oh.
Not really. We have several people who still come in for the VHS tapes. We don't have a huge selection. We're slowly kind of replacing them. But we do have them here if that's something you're still interested in. A little island right here that has 3 different sections on it. These are all of our Hallmark movies. So if you're interested in kind of more soft stories without the blood and the violence of most Hollywood movies, this is a great area with a lot of touching stories and good for the whole family. And here we have a small selection of ballet and opera films, or it's wrong to call them films, but performances. And you'll also find some other like musical related film or DVDs in here. And then we have an ever expanding list of documentaries, and we're always trying to get some more here in the library because there is sort of more of an interest in them recently, and so we have a pretty good selection now.
Yeah, can you tell us about these computers?
Yeah, so this one here is for printing, and so after you've sent your print job on one of our public computers, you can come over here to retrieve it. If our computers are full, this is our reservation computer, so this will get you on a list for the next available. And here we have our library catalog, which you can also access from home from the main Leisure World website. But this is what your home page is going to look like. You can do a basic search here. So here you can search by author, title, subject, or you can hit everything. And you would just type in your information there and hit search. Fairly soon, we're going to have the capability for you to log in and see your checkouts, hopefully do some renewals, see your history if you owe any fines. So that's something that'll probably be coming in the next month or so.
How is the library funded?
The library is funded primarily by Golden Rain Foundation, but we do also get a lot of donations from the Friends of the Library. They provide most of our money for our materials. So normally they give anywhere from like $10,000 to $20,000 a year, and that gets us a lot of pretty much all the books and movies you see in the library that Vanessa has purchased over the past few years. On the wall here we have various pamphlets. We don't really host anything like externally or from a club, but like certain organizations, like these are just kind of warnings about like charity fraud and credit reports and just things that we don't want people to be scammed, because that seems to be going around a lot right now. But we also sometimes have the Ollie catalogs for Cal State Long Beach, and so people come in for those. And if you're new to the area, you can pick up your voter registration here.
You have authors who live here who will talk about their book.
Yeah, so starting in May of each year, and we typically end in September or October, we have local and resident authors come and visit the library once a month and give a presentation out on our patio. And those, they're typically a good time. We usually have a pretty good turnout, but we could always use some more. And the author usually does like a Q&A session at the end, so if you have any questions, want to know about their process, they're more than happy to answer and talk with you afterwards as well.